Hello and welcome everyone on this short 10-minute training session on one of my favorite topic, and that is Amazon Web Services. Hi, I am Harsh. I am an Amazon authorized instructor, and I really love to work on AWS and teach AWS to people of various backgrounds. So let's get started. In this short session, I will try to take you on a journey of as a beginner, what you can do with AWS, what are various services, what AWS is, when you should consider using it, how you can learn more about it, etc., etc. So first thing first, what you can see on my screen is a platform called as Amazon Web Services Console. Amazon Web Services and AWS is just the same thing. One is the short form of the other. And I have logged in with my account. Once you log in, this is your landing page. What you can see on my screen, this tab, it's written as recently visited. These are some of the services I have visited recently. For you, the name of services can be different. If it's a new account, it's possibly empty and you don't need to worry about that. Because I don't have any application running in this account, so it says zero and no application. It also show me the cost, which is zero for me right now. And it also show me if there is any issue. You can also see past costs from previous months. Now, let's get started. First thing, what is AWS? So if you have ever heard of cloud computing, AWS is one of the biggest player of cloud computing across the globe. If you want to host your website, you have developed a mobile app, you want to host it, you have developed a game, you want to make it available to people over internet, you can host all of them here on AWS. What are various components which a beginner can start learning about AWS? So one of the very easy service to learn is S3. And S3 is a storage service offered by AWS. How do you deal with S3? So you store your files, your objects in something called as bucket. And how easy it is, I'll show you. So you can see that I have this landing page which talks about S3, gives you a video, gives you a lot of resources. If you want, you can go with that, but I'm here to make your life little easy for the beginning, the easy topics. You just click on create bucket. And keeping all the complicated settings aside, I'll show you what's needed for you to create a bucket. You have to give it a name, and the name should be something which is globally unique. If I use a common name like demo, I'm sure a lot of people might have tried it. It's such a common name, and I'm expecting it is already taken. So if I go down to the very bottom of the screen and click on create bucket, it's giving me error that the specified bucket name is already taken, right? As expected. So we have to give it some specific unique name. So I can give it like Harsh and 2025 because I'm recording it in 2025, S3 test, and some random number just to make it very, very unique. And I don't need to change any setting. Every setting, every option has a meaning. But for keeping things simple, I just clicked on create bucket. There you go. So you have your first bucket created and it's here. This bucket is stored in AWS Mumbai region. Right? You can choose to create it in other regions from here. Now, what are regions? As I said, AWS provide you infrastructure where you can host your applications, website. It's a cloud platform. They have regions at a lot of different places, two of them in India, and there are many other in Asia Pacific, and there are many in Europe, South America, and these are the regions which are enabled in my account. I can enable more regions. by clicking on this Manage Region page. But now coming back, what I can do with this bucket? And as the first thing, what even is a bucket? So what I can do, I can upload objects in it and use S3 as a storage service. And what is a bucket? Bucket is collection of lot of objects, and bucket provide you so much control to manage those objects. Like, do you want it to be public or private? Right now it is private. Public access is blocked. Do you want to see how people are leveraging this bucket? Do you want to replicate the content uploaded in this into some other S3 bucket for backup? Do you want to move this bucket into different storage categories to save some cost? They are fairly advanced for now, but there are many options, many settings, so much of control that AWS provide you to work with this bucket. Now let's say I click on upload and I provided some file. So I go to download. I have a dataset called as telecom churn test. I have uploaded that data here. You just need to drag it here. You probably couldn't see it on my screen, but I dragged it here. You can also click on add file and choose any particular file like this. So this is another file, which is an image file. This was a CSV file. And you can control the permission, property, etc., but I will click on upload. And these two files, total of 10 MB, they got uploaded. Now what I can do with it? You can see both the files are here. You can see their name. If I click on this link, it is going to show me how this picture looks like. So let's click on open. This is the picture. For those who come from the background of AI, this is convolution neural network, but that doesn't matter. It's just a picture. Now, interesting thing, I can share the link of this picture to someone with a pre-signed URL. Now, what is pre-signed URL? I can say, hey, I give you permission to access this picture for a given amount of time, let's say 5 minutes or few hours, whatever you want. It's like temporary access. This is that URL. I paste this URL here, and it's giving me that same picture. I can share this URL with you. But after that time has passed away, this same picture will stop loading and it will give me an error that request timed out or resource not found, etc. You can also have many versions of the same picture. Imagine I have a text file in this one here, CSV file, and I changed some data, some content in this file. I want to upload the new version. I can manage versioning here. That versioning needs to be enabled first. It's one of the settings you saw when I was creating bucket. But once enabled, I can have many versions of the same file. Similarly, if I take you back to AWS homepage, this was just one service. There are many other services like EC2 in case you want to create your own virtual machines, virtual instances. How easy it is to create an instance? It's a 30 to 40 seconds process to create a basic instance. Like I'll give it some name, which is also optional. But let's say I say test server, and this need not to be unique. I choose what type of virtual machine I want. Let's say Ubuntu. Now, what version of Ubuntu? That can be chosen here.